I'm Gabby Charles, Civic Engagement Manager. Super happy to be with you guys today. Remember, our personnel is here and ready to serve you guys in every way as before, except for face-to-face, because we have to stay safe during the pandemic. You can call us, number on the screen, 414-672-8090. Email soc@socmilwaukee.org, or you can go to our website, socmilwaukee.org. All of SOC's personnel is working virtually from their homes. That's why you don't see me with a mask. I am in the office, but I'm here alone, so that's why I don't have my mask on. But if we were all here working in the office, of course I would have my mask on. Gotta follow all of the rules to keep us safe. Let's see who we have with us today. Say hi, give us a smiley face, a little heart, just so that we know that you're here with us. Oh, we also need to do our disclaimer. The opinions and points of view shared here are not necessarily those of SOC. Being a nonprofit, there are certain waters that we can't swim in. So we need to share that disclaimer with you. Today, we're going to be talking about immigration reform. We have Paola from Voces de la Frontera, and then somebody also from New Sanctuary Movement. We're very excited to hear what they have to say and see what Tammy had to say in her interview with them. Tomorrow, we have Carmen Petrie, the president of Sojourner Family Peace Center. And then Friday, we're going to have Dr. Monique Liston from Ubuntu Research and Evaluation. So we have some very intelligent and interesting guests today, tomorrow, and Friday. So don't forget to connect tomorrow and Friday as well. Let me see if anybody has said hi. Hello, Diana. Hola, and hello, Maria. I think that's her name. Thank you for being with us. So I think we're going to share the interview that Tammy had earlier today with Voces de la Frontera and New Sanctuary Movement. So now I want to give the welcome to two very special guests today. Today and our Spanish Day. So we have Paola and Joanne. They're with the New Sanctuary Movement. It's a program very critical for all of our folks, especially our faith-based folks that want to express themselves in a movement through their faith. So we are very grateful to have you guys here with us today. Joanne, explain a little bit. Tell us a little bit about how you got involved with the movement, a little bit about your role with the ministry. Well, I started with the movement with an invitation from Voces de la Frontera to be able to participate in an activity in Washington, D.C. years ago. It was in 2007, precisely. So there was a meeting of groups of faith, different dioceses, different cities, to be able to participate in this reunion, in this meeting. And the goal was to be able to organize faith-based groups and to invite them to bring people, specifically immigrants, into their church as a sanctuary. And it wasn't just to help an individual or a family, but it was also to show the government, because in this time, Congress was considering a new law, a new immigration law. That was in January of 2007. And in June of that year, that Congress did not pass the law, even though they did have the support of President Bush, and he was next to something new talking about immigration. He knew, because of his life in Texas, that new rules were needed. So in that meeting in January, we had decided to try to find a way for people to be able to be in the church and talk about the problems that immigrants do have. They would have to be okay with sharing their history, their reasons, and that was our goal. And so Voces de la Frontera considered the idea, and after thinking about it a lot, they decided yes. So they started a new movement called the Sanctuary Movement, and we looked for people that needed help, especially with their deportation orders. So we did everything possible, looking for resources for the families, looking for ways that the church could help, and to be able to give them a place, a safe place, where they could stay in this church. I went with my husband to participate in Washington, D.C., and we were with Father Brennan. He's passed away now, but he was there with us. And Voces de la Frontera was there with us as well. Oh, great. Now, Paola, tell us a little bit about how you got into doing the job that you're doing now. I think the video cut out for a second, but can you tell us a little bit, how did you get involved in your role with Voces de la Frontera? Thank you for the invitation. It's an honor for me to be here. It was a little weird. About a year ago, one of my friends had problems with her husband and immigration. So I was helping them and her, going to the court and the whole process. And I was support, and we talked about the sanctuary. That's where I got to know all of the members. They helped us. They really helped her. Oh, that's great. So many great resources. She was able to get through the process. And then I started working with Voces de la Frontera. And then I've been there 8 months. And then I got the offer to help with the sanctuary work because I had helped my friend, and she had been through all that. And so I know how people are feeling when they're going through all this. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it's such a difficult time. Joanne, have you found families to stay in the sanctuary? No, this year we haven't found anybody. There are a lot of people that were in the position of almost being deported, but it was a challenge, very difficult. So we saw that after June, Congress did something. We have changed our goal to be able to accompany families that are in the process of deportation, and then also looking for faith-based people and churches that would be with us, the leaders, during the process. So organizing communities of faith and accompanying the families, the immigrant families, because the commitment was huge to be able to, well, if I remember, if I understand, the family has to be willing to stay inside of the sanctuary, which is the church, inside those walls, the building, and you can't go out. So it's a huge commitment. And then knowing everything here in the United States, immigration reform hasn't gotten, there's still a lot of work to do. And we know that this could take years. So you guys change the focus a little bit just to like a broader focus to be able to help more people. Your friend Paula, was she able to resolve her problem or no? Thank God she was able to. For about a year, she was at the point of being deported. But in May, we were able to pay everything, and everything got settled. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, let's talk about the participants. Let's let them know, what are the services? What kind of help do you guys offer with your program? Paula, the individuals to the families, what are the services? Or Joanne, different ways that they can get involved, or ways that they can help the movement. Right now, the services that we are offering to the families, because of COVID and because of lack of resources, we're just offering two things right now as a sanctuary, other than what Paula is doing. So Paula is helping directly to the families right through Voces de la Frontera and their office. I'm talking about legal situations, resources, economic resources. It's super important. The other part is the moral support or spiritual support that we offer through a prayer circle that we do. It's not a lot, but every Tuesday at 6:30, we offer a prayer circle where we all get together. We pray for the families that have somebody or somebody from their family in the process of immigration, deportation, or if there's somebody living in a detention center because they're separated. I mean, you can write letters and make phone calls, but praying for people, especially those that are in the process of deportation, or the people that have already been deported. So we're present with them. And so we read the names of the people and we say present, saying we are together praying for the immigrants, praying for those that are suffering. And that's one of the services. The other is protesting what ICE is doing, protesting what Homeland Security is doing, talking about detention of children and the separation of families. So one time a week, Thursdays at 9 in the morning, we are in front of the ICE office. It's on Knapp Street, Knapp and Broadway, and we're there for a half an hour walking 7 times in front of the office in silence, and then we pray afterwards for the families. but especially for the kids. We have about 15 people. Sometimes there's only 4 if it's really cold, but mostly it's 10 to 15 people. And everybody is welcome to come with us, to join us. I have participated in both of those. And for people that have their faith, it's super important to be together with other people praying. So you can move what you can move spiritually, right? Talking about loving your brother, loving your family. And it's so touching just to be present, hearing the names. Sometimes people from family or people that you know, and you hear people suffering and being there, accompanying them as much as you can. It means a lot for them. And I'm so impressed because that you guys are still in front of the office. How long have you guys been doing that, Joanne? It's been a long time. Yeah, from 2008. Before it was once a month. Wow, so powerful. Can you share with us what are the programs and services that are available at Voces de la Frontera through your program and the movement? Yeah, of course. Um, I do help. I am a immigration coordinator for people that have to pay their fines. I help them. I'll go. Um, I will help them. I help them get through the process. I also help them connect to, it depends on where they're coming from. Voces de la Frontera is also helping now during the pandemic with food pantry, helping families in any way that we can. We're all in difficult situations right now. We're also collaborating with a fund to help with the community. Lots of different ways that you can participate. If you want to get out, you can go, you can protest in front of the ICE office. If you want to pray, if you want to donate, if you want to help with a food pantry, and any way that you can volunteer, right? Yeah, and Tammy, before it wasn't so much work for Paula because before the pandemic there was volunteers that could help, and they would take people in their own vehicles to the courthouse or wherever they had to go. But many of them are retired people. Now they can't do it. So now everything is falling on the shoulders of Paula, and she wasn't, before there was a good team of volunteers, but they're more vulnerable right now so that they have to stay home and take care of themselves. Yes, yes. Yeah, but like I mentioned, I've seen sad cases. I've been present last Thursday. I had to take 2 people to an immigration hearing. Joanne was there as well as there. We were all there together, praying, crying. It's so touching, and it's a pleasure to be able to be there for people. So I can imagine one way to help is those that feel comfortable can help people, if they need a ride to court, or other things that they need to do relating to that, right? Of course, because even if you go with them, you're also giving them support. And that moment, they're so vulnerable, so sad because of what they're going through. And I feel like when I go with people, I can't say much, but just being there with them. so that they can feel a little stronger. And that way they feel a little reassured. How long does the visit take? If somebody wanted to say, okay, I can do it once a month, once a week, how long would we be talking about? It depends on where the person's detained or where the court is. Sometimes I have to go to Chicago. Sometimes I go at 8 in the morning and I come back around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But if you have to pay, a fee, it could take all day. So it could be maybe one day a month, one day every few months, depending what you can do. And it's during the week or weekends? Always during the week, because that's when the court is open. And that's when you can, take care of all those transactions. The services for Joanne and Paola, the services that you're talking about, is there a cost to participate or for these services? No. And obviously, the services are bilingual in English and Spanish. Are there other languages available or other groups that help with different languages? As far as you guys know? A little while back, there was a family that came from a different country and the kid was helping. And so we tried to communicate with him however we could to help. So if somebody wants to communicate with you guys, Joanne, like to be able to go to a vigil or to march in front of ICE, what should they do? About the protest in front of ICE, you just show up Thursday at 9 a.m. and you just be with us. We're going to put that in the comments. I think it's Andrea Hoy. And so it's every Thursday at 9 in the morning in front of the ICE office on Knapp and Broadway. And then Andrea can look for the official address and put it in the comments. And then about the vigil, to receive an invitation and Zoom, you have to write an email to Miriam Levy. Her address is super easy. Miriam at vdlf.org. Super easy. Okay. And so Miriam with an I or a Y? With an I. So Paula, if somebody wants to communicate with you, how do they do it? Yeah, of course. If you want to be a volunteer or more information, 262-346-4027. Or you can always email me, Ruth, RUTH, at vdlf.org. All right, you guys heard it. We're getting all prepared for Hispanic Heritage Month, and we've seen a little bit of hope in these difficult moments, especially for us, but we cannot forget about our people and what we're facing. We have an opportunity now. The movement is growing faster and faster, more and more people. It's getting bigger. The voice is getting stronger. So we got to take advantage of the moment, especially when we're talking in election time. So keep going, folks. Participate in what you can. And then if you can participate in the movement through your faith, here is an opportunity. And those of you that want to help, either at the food pantry or maybe once a month or once every few months to help a family in the process of immigration. There's something for everybody here. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Paola. We appreciate your time. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Super interesting, the conversation. Thank you, Tammy, for doing that interview with those women. Such important women and smart women. So now we're going to share an interview that I did with Dr. Arana from 16th Street Community Health Centers about coronavirus and updates about COVID. Hello, hello. Today we have Dr. Arana with us. She's going to talk about a few different things, but we're going to start with a theme that I think a lot of people are thinking about lately. Is it safe for kids to go back to play sports? Thank you so much for the invitation. And that's a great question. Going back to school, and you know, I know some people are doing virtual school. I just wanted to talk about physical activity. It is important for your physical and mental health, but we have to do it in a safe way to avoid COVID-19 contagion. So any physical activity that we can do outside, not in a gym that's closed up, but outside, there's less risk. Physical activities that you can do as an individual or a very small group are also safer. Always got to use your mask, keep social distancing. So individual activities like running, biking. If you're not in a group, this is much safer. Other kinds of sports, we have to do like a team, like volleyball or basketball, football. Those have more risk because you have close contact with the other players. And then if you do it inside in a closed-in space, there's even more risk. And then individual sports, say a person wants to go run or some other physical activity. If you don't have physical contact with anybody, nobody around you for 6 feet, you can take your mask off. But other team sports, if you're warming up, it's still recommended to use your mask. And of course, inside the building as well. And of course, the more that we can take advantage of this weather and be outside, the better. That way we can try to avoid the closed-in spaces. Okay, another thing. We're getting close to flu season. Is it important that the kids get their vaccine for the flu? This year more than ever. The season that's coming is influenza season. So it's super important that we all get our flu shot. As you guys know, coronavirus and the flu are very similar. It is very different, or it's very difficult for your doctor to know the difference between the two, between the flu and the coronavirus. They both can have a fever. They both can have sore throat, congestion, and some even have diarrhea and vomiting. So the doctor can't tell the difference. And it totally depends on the symptoms of the person. So it's so familiar, it's so similar. We want to prevent them as much as possible. So more than anything, we need to do all that we can to avoid confusion between the flu and COVID-19. So can people make an appointment with your clinic to get the vaccine? Of course. The vaccine is coming soon. You can call, make your appointment for your vaccine, or make an appointment with their regular doctor if you already have somebody. Excellent. Well, Thank you very much for the information, like always. And we hope to see you again soon. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you, Dr. Arana. She's always willing and ready to share all of her information with us. Thank you, Marlene, for organizing the interviews. Marlene is our coordinator for coronavirus. So now I'm going to share a video which explains the process of getting an absentee ballot. Hey, let me show you today how to get your absentee ballot. So go to the website myvote.wi.gov. First page, go down to the bottom to change the language to Spanish or whatever else you might need. So then go to absentee vote. And in this page, you put your first name, your last name, and your birthday, just to confirm that you have registered. And if you haven't already, then you can do it right here on this page. So then you'll see your personal information. You can update it or ask for your absentee ballot. Your information shows up again. You confirm your address, or you can change the address where you want it sent. After that, you have to decide which election you want your ballot for. So right now for November, you also need to mark that you are in agreement with everything. So then lastly, you have to upload a photo ID. You can take it out of your camera, your gallery. So then you continue and confirm you have requested your absentee ballot. So now you're going to see them sending their first round of absentee ballots this coming week. So it's coming. Time is going so quick. So be sure to get yours. You don't want to miss this opportunity to express your voice. And like always, website where you can go is in our comment section. Let me see who else is with us or who's made a comment since last time. Hello to everybody that commented. Eloina, Carlos, que le encanta escuchar mujeres poderosas hablando de Tammy y sus invitadas. También tenemos a Tammy, who is making sure that we have all the information for Voces de la Frontera. Very good. Keep saying hi. Keep asking anything. If there's something that you're confused about, let us know. We'll try and help. So now, Maria, who's going to give us an update about the census. Hello. How are you? Hi, I'm good. How are you? Very good. Thank you. It's a rainy day for you guys today, hey? Yes. But we want to keep moving forward. We're just moving to be able to share all the information that we have. Whoa, so what is it that you guys have? Right now, we're going through the names. They're separated by colors. And here on the south side, we do have a lot of work left to do. We're trying to do everything that we can. We're working on the outside of about 10 questionnaires a day. One of the things that we've been seeing is that we have coworkers at the stores at El Rey, but they don't speak Spanish. But don't be scared because of that. Everybody's still learning, and just ask for the questionnaire. It's nothing more than what you want. There have been some difficulties to find some bilingual people, but if you sometimes we do have people that have to go to the house to be able to interpret because people are disabled or something like that. We do have English and Spanish and in the language that you prefer. And then that same questionnaire has a few different languages, right? Mm-hmm. If you can't speak the language, the questionnaire will be in the indicated language. Perfect. So, you're not at Ray today. No, I am on 35th Street. But right now, my colleague is up there so that I can come and warm up. She'll do the same later on. We do have some other people at the other stores, and we're all working together all the way up till Saturday, I think. So, we're here every day of the week, Saturdays too. This week, I know, next week, we don't have our schedule yet, just yet. And there's only like 20 days to be able to complete the census. Yes, a very little time. Very little time. Yes, so do not wait until last minute. And you guys haven't heard about an extension? They haven't said anything to us, but on the news, I did hear that they're gonna handle all that. But they also said that we were thinking about doing it afterwards, but it's not guaranteed. Yeah, it's better to be proactive when it comes to these kinds of things. Gracias por estar. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being with us on our forum, and we will be speaking to you again next week. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Very good. Always good having information right from the faucet. It's always great to hear about what's going on in the real world too. So now we're going to share a video organizing una de las organizaciones con que tenemos compañeros. You know who I am? I am all of the Latinos that live in this country. I am all of the men. And all of the women too. And the kids. I'm the one that works hard. And then the one that works hard, double shift, double shift, triple shift. And those that have worked hard for us. I'm the one that came and stayed. I'm the one that was born here. The one that was brought over small to dream big. Every 10 years, doing the census gives you the opportunity to help your neighborhood. It's really a better opportunity for you and your family. All of your information is protected. The census is here. Don't forget to fill it out. I almost forgot that we have another video about the census. So we're going to share that video about an organization that we're working with. Good afternoon. Soy María. Soy una organizadora de SAC. Vengo para dejarlos saber dónde pueden amplificar su voz. Sorry, about what's happening in the neighborhood. So, SAC has a connection with Real Voices Media. They are an organization whose mission is to lift up people's voices. A lot of it is virtually, especially where people can get together, tell their histories, tell their testimonies, especially those that are affecting their daily life. You guys can put up a video like selfie style where you're talking about your story. You have the option of interviewing somebody else, asking them about their journey. It only needs to be 3 to 5 minutes long. And then you get $10 for every video you put up. For being a member of our team, you do need to participate in a training session. And that way they'll show you how to record it, how to send it, and then they'll answer any other questions that you might have. The training is digital using Zoom. Once you've already attended the training, you will officially be an RBM producer. You'll receive an email every Friday that explain how to send your videos. The steps include texts to respond, sign an extension, and signing a bill so that you can receive your payment. RBM used to be $100 per video. Now, no, it's not just opportunity, but it's attacking two things. It's an opportunity to get a little bit of extra income and to fight for a much needed area. So you can communicate with me, email maria@sacmilwaukee.org. That way I can give you more information. I can register you for the training so that you could be your own producer and part of Real Voices media team. Thank you so much for your time. You guys heard it. Make some money off of your videos. Just communicate with Maria. And that way you can take advantage of that effort. So now, Marisol, I'm going to tell us about the survey. Has this forum been helpful? What part of the forum can we change or make better? Let us know by answering a quick survey that can be found in the comments section. Thank you for being with us. Thank you so much for being with us today, the 9th of September. We are super grateful for all of the people that are always with us. Remember, Thursday, tomorrow, we're going to have the president of Sojourner Family Peace Center, Carmen Petrie. And then Friday, between Tammy and Dr. Monique Liston. So 2 days, super interesting. So connect with us tomorrow and Friday, all the time that you can. So thank you so much. And I'm going to leave you guys with a video thanking our sponsors. Hello, SAC followers. I am Marisol Diaz, Communications Manager for SAC. We would like to say thank you to everyone who supports our show and for those who have filled out our survey. Other than say thank you to our residents, we also want to thank our sponsors. Wisconsin Voices, Community Development Block Grants, Neo Philanthropy State Infrastructure Fund, Movement Voter Project, Catholic Campaign for Human Development, Zilber Foundation, City of Milwaukee Office of Violence Prevention, Tides Foundation, Employ Milwaukee, and all of the faithful folks that have supported SAC through their personal donations. Thank you.